Yo guys, back here with another video. Today we have a pretty serious PSA order. I have 202 cards or something. Over $5,000 in PSA fees for this one. So definitely by far the biggest order I've done in terms of volume. And yeah, I've never had to pay that much for an order. There's a huge mix of cards in here. And actually this order is like 99% hockey. Like usual, and I believe there's not a single young gun out of these 200 cards. So for a modern hockey order, 200 cards and no young guns, that's probably some sort of record. So just throwing that out there. But yeah, huge mix of stuff. There's some like pretty valuable cards in here, like mixed in, but a lot of like low $20 range, $20 to $50 range cards. But I can't really ramble too much because there's 200 cards, so just gonna go through this one pretty quick. I'm probably going to do this in one video unless this takes way too long, so I'll try not to ramble and rant about cards too much. But this is a 2019 SB game used McDavid that got a 9, so decent. Okay, I don't know what order these are in, but this was one I was pretty excited about. Burroughs SP Authentic PSA 10. Really like not an expensive card because it's printed out of almost 2,000 and no auto, but just to get it in the 10 is nice because now I don't have to search for a better one. So that goes for my Canuck Future Watch collection. And yeah, Burroughs scored an epic goal for us, so definitely a guy that I'm happy to have in my PC. Here's Bieksa. He also scored an epic overtime goal in 2011 playoffs. Sadly, this one got a 9. I think that was expected. Pretty sure it was like, I remember I bought this one because it had a really nice auto, like perfect auto, and I was hoping it'd be a 10, but got mint on it, which is fine. Looks like we're starting with the Canuck Future Watches. I threw a bunch of these in here. These are pretty much all PC, but figured I'll sell. Some of them I sent duplicates, and I'll sell the lower grades. Here's an Edler 9. Alright, here's one pretty funny card. Kind of a notorious player in Canucks history. Not really. I mean, he was kind of a huge bust. Like, he retired really early, but he was supposed to be like the future star player for us. Yeah, 2011. I kind of like this Future Watch though. It's a nice looking card. It's really like basic design, but it just works well with SP Authentic with the autos. So the funny part is though, I got the 10, so that's awesome. But I sent 3 of these just to like guarantee myself a 10. I don't know where the other one is, but yeah, all 3 got 10s. So no clue what these are worth because I'm gonna have to sell a couple of them now. But here's an Edler. So I had 2 of these. Really happy to get a 10 actually. On these older ones, like especially when it's a low-end card like this, you just don't know. It's hard to get one in good condition. So really glad to have Edler in a 10. Here's one I was disappointed, graded low, but sure it was fair. I got the grades in this were overall like quite nice. Which was relieving because for an order size this big, if I got a stingy grader, this could have turned ugly. But I got some really nice grades in this one. So yeah, stay tuned. But yeah, we got an 8 on this Luke Bourdon. Rest in peace to him. Yeah, I'll probably try to get like a 9 at some point, but for now this is fine. Really cool card here. This is actually a rookie year card. Henrik and Daniel Sedin. Their rookie season was year 2000, so this is like, you know, they didn't have a Future Watch auto in that year, so they had base cards, I believe, in like the regular set, but they didn't even have like a Future Watch card, which is unfortunate. But this one, a dual auto on card, both of them rookie season, like that's just really cool. So glad to grab this one. Yeah, decided like, you can send these in to get the autos graded, but it's just like extra money. I decided just to stick with the regular grading. I think they grade a little easier too on normal, whereas PSA DNA, I think they grade kind of tougher. But yeah, that's really cool. I have a couple Sign of the Times 2 cards, so that goes into like that PC. Alright, so I'll fly through these because I sent in a bunch of these Thornton. First ever year SP Authentic. This is an actual rookie card of Joe Thornton. Since it's similar to that Sedin card there, this is his rookie season, 1997. So first overall pick, like really important card in the history of hockey cards, in my opinion here. So it's just a really cheap card that you can buy for like $10 raw. So been buying a bunch of these, grading them. It's a tough grade. Did get some 9s though, which is really nice. As I'm recording this, I think PSA 10 is a pop 1. I was hoping to snag a PSA 10 with one of these. I don't remember having a copy that felt like it deserved the 10. There were some like kind of mint ones, but yeah, there's some of those. I have more of those in this order somewhere. Here's another one of those SP Game used. This got 9 again. And here's a nice one. Third year card. SP Game used base card out of 97. Got gem mint 10. So awesome. Alright, that was only the first box. We're through that one. Let's get on to the second box here. Start off with this Sunset McDavid. This is just a card I had sitting around. At the lower bulk grading rates, I felt like it's worth grading this for like 15 US or whatever this was. Yeah, sure, a 9 isn't worth much, but still a nice looking card in a slab. Here's a Makar. Another card not worth much. I just threw it in because of the low price on grading. You can see the surface is kind of mangled there, so wasn't even expecting a good grade, but yeah, I don't know. I feel I can get my money back out of that. 20, 25 bucks, something like that. Hard to say. Here's a nice one, Matthew Barzal rookie gold seismic out of 50. There's a good mixture of cards in this order, like just kind of jumping around different decades. Like that was 2016, now we go back to 1997. This was a card, these Fire on Ice die cut things. I think they're pretty nice. Yeah, they're okay. They're like they're numbered out of 1,000, so they're like a medium rarity type card. But I'm sure there's people collecting that set. It's like a small checklist of like star players. Another PSA 8. I think that, yeah, this one's, look at the centering there. Like 8's literally the best I could get. Actually, I don't even mind like throwing in obvious low grade cards, because I want, when they see like an actual mint card or gem mint card, I want them to like see the difference. So I kind of throw cards like that in as a prop, and I don't mind just having some low end slabs to sell. Awesome card here. Iginla, I think his best true rookie, 1996 Black Diamond, short printed card. You can get this card for like 20 bucks if you find one. Depends who's selling it, but yeah. And the Thornton, which is like a pre-rookie card, is like a $600 card in a PSA 8, or maybe, yeah, something around that. So this card's just a steal, in my opinion. So that's awesome. We got a Krill OPG Platinum. Another Iginla. 8s are pretty good grades on those. Would have been cool to snag a 9, but take the 8. Here's a cool one because it goes towards my Pedersen True Rookie card collection. So now I have the Artifacts Redemption, which is his True Rookie out of that set in the PSA 10. So another one of those knocked off the list. Happy with that. Here's a Artemi Panarin Refractor PSA 10 Rookie. Card like that's got to have some value, I would think. Got another one. Okay, this is just an awesome hit because I honestly didn't even remember having one of these in this order. I didn't remember having a dry settle refractor just sitting around, but it's a rookie PSA 10. I think it's the first one of those I've ever had. Maybe I got a 10 in a past order. Whatever that smudge is, it's on the case, not the card. But yeah, really nice card there. That's probably, I don't know, a couple $100 card. Just completely making up numbers here. This is nice. PSA 10. True rookie of Kirill Kaprizov. So for like platinum sets, I consider all the true parallels true rookies. So like as long as it's the parallel of this card. But yeah, this is obviously the kind of the entry point card for him, the lowest ranked one, but still a nice card for somebody out there. Here's a cool one. This would be a huge card if this was the refractor. But yeah, this is, I think, a pretty big card actually anyways. This Wayne Gretzky base card, OPG Chrome. There's like some set registry, Gretzky things out there. People probably collect stuff like that for this, where they try and get all his base cards through his playing years. Yeah, I think I saw a 9 sell for like $100, so this could be like a $300 plus card or something. I'm not sure the pop, but that's nice. I pulled this myself when I opened a box of 98 Chrome. I was chasing like that Bure refractor, this card and a refractor, but I didn't actually realize this base card was actually a pretty big hit. So glad it was in really nice condition there. It was nicely centered. Here's a PC card, Metal Universe Platinum Portrait of Pettersson. Just slowly kind of grabbing all the rare cards out of Metal Universe for him. So I think it's a really cool set. So I just want to get as much of his cards out of it as I can. He didn't have a Jambalaya, so this was like his only like SSP. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. My camera was full, so I had to delete some stuff. Kind of cool. You can see through this card. Like, you can totally see the cards in the background there. Interesting card for sure. But anyways, I was just trying to get all his rare stuff. So this is like a case hit type of card. So got that one in a 9, which is a decent grade. Here's another Kaprizov. Got a mint 9. Here's another set I'm trying to get all Pettersson's cards out of, basically. 2018 SP Authentic. This is not a true parallel of his Future Watch. It's like a variation, kind of like an Easter egg. Not Easter egg, but it's just kind of an oddball card, given it's like a redemption set, and you gotta like complete the set by scratching off bounties, and then the first 50 people to do it get this gold set. The cool part is this is the number 1 of 50, so the first person who completed the redemption, I think they send them out like sequentially, so that's really cool. 9's a decent grade. This was a nice hit. Quinn Hughes PSA 10 seismic gold refractor. Beautiful card. I really like the picture on that one they chose. Just cool looking. 2019 I think has a great design on the marquee rookies. Love it. That's the end of that box. Box 3. Let's continue. Got a 9 here on this orange checkers Pettersson out of 2020 Platinum. You can see the top to bottom centering's way too fat at the bottom, so yeah, 9 is as good as that one was ever going to do. Ooh, it's the 1 of 25. Yeah, I actually really like low serial numbers. It's kind of a thing I don't value them that much higher, but if I can grab a low serial number, I try to do it. So I actually didn't know that was the number 1, so that's cool. A lot of these cards are just sitting around raw in like a box for like a year. So here's a purple Spectrum, Precious Metal Gems. Well, it's actually not a PMG, sorry, but it's a parallel of the card. There is a PMG version of that. PSA 7, that's okay. Here's a really low-end card. I don't know if that's worth grading for 18 US. Maybe. If it got a 9, probably. You're not really going to get a 10, or it'll be very hard to get a 10 on that card design. Cool card. Love this one. Love the Emerald Surges and PSA 10. That is sick. Now I have the 2018 PSA 10 that we saw in my last video, so paired up with the 2020. I do need the 2019 one. Oh, and it's the 1 of 10. Just beautiful. Can't get any better than that copy. So I think I have 2 of those too. Pretty sure there was another one in this order. Here's like a card I probably wouldn't have graded, but I do have the 1 of 1 of this, so I decided to try and get the whole rainbow. So bought this Platinum Preview Rainbow, and this one graded out of 10, which is cool. This is a pretty big hit. These are like $400 cards, 500, 600, something in that range. I have one on auction right now, and it's already at $330 with like 5 days left. So yeah, basically it's technically an insert set, but realistically this is like the true rookie out of Platinum. Like, it's like a subset. It's not really an insert. It's kind of, you know, the autographs really should have been the inserts. They did it kind of weird that year, but anyways, nice card there. Anything 2015 Gem Mint 10 McDavid is a pretty big hit. Here's a rainbow that I just had sitting around, so I figured why not grade it, and definitely was worthwhile with the 10. Yeah, I feel like 2019's base design wasn't as nice, but the rookie design was really nice. So yeah, cool. I need the Emerald Surge of that card. Here's another rainbow. Awesome card. This is probably my favorite design of Platinum, the 2020. So that's really cool. The Superfractor was on eBay like a year or something ago, and there was like 80 offers on it. I can't remember. I think the guy had it on like a 10K or best offer, and almost every single offer was declined. I offered 5,000 US for that card, and mine, he like let it expire basically. He didn't decline it. He like thought about it. So I was pretty close to owning the one of one, which that is just a card I would love to have. So I don't know what happened with that card, if it ever sold or not, but yeah, if I ever got the one of one, I would definitely like collect the whole rainbow for that year for McDavid. Here's a mint 9 rookie. So yeah, the grades are like very good so far. I got a fortunate grader because he's giving cards that are, you know, deserve 10s, and cards that deserve 9s. He's giving them 9s. He's just grading kind of the way PSA used to grade before they got a bit stricter during the bubble, but I think they're kind of back to more consistent grading. But I've seen some people get kind of brutal orders where they just get a tough grader, so I think I've been pretty lucky. So I sent in a bunch of these. Not a particularly valuable card, but I did need a 10, so I figured I'll just send them every one I have and just kind of guarantee that I get a 10. So far we don't have our 10 though, so 8, 9, 8, 9. We are whiffing hard, but there it is, PSA 10. So yeah, I have the full rainbow of this card with the one of one Superfractor. So I just need the base card as well. Not a particularly rare card, so I definitely want it in a high grade. So I think I got a few 10s actually, but some of the 8s and 9s, like I feel like sometimes they'll grade a card tougher if you just send them a bunch of them. All right, we're on to box 4, I think. We're flying through this one pretty good. Awesome PSA 10 here. Reinhardt gold rookie. I was thinking about doing the full set of all the seismic golds, but probably just not going to do that anymore. So, I mean, this is just such a nice card, though. At the same time, like if I sell this, it'll be hard to get this type of card back. So I'm kind of conflicted what to do with the gold set. There's just so many cards required. Here's a Braden Point. That one got a 9. Here's an Eichel Rainbow. Mint grade on that one. Here's a good player. Colton Parayko, PSA 10. Marquee rookie. And these are just such nice looking rookie cards. It really, I mean, I don't know. It would be really cool to have like every player's card. But now with like Platinum, they're doing like 600 card checklists. So it'll be really tough going forward. It's kind of one of the reasons I'm kind of probably not going to try and collect that set. This is a really sweet card. SP Authentic, SP Limited parallel to 50. I think the normal one that isn't on auto is like, it might even be like 2,000 or something. I think it's graded out, it's out of more than $9.99. I could be completely wrong. I'm just going off memory, but awesome player here. Brent Burns, like star defenseman from his era. So I feel like this is kind of a big card, or at least it should be, but probably isn't. All right, here's a nice one for my Pedersen True Rookie Card PC. So I think this gold update, I think it's the rarest parallel of his OPG, but someone can let me know if I'm wrong about that, but I don't believe he has like the black out of 100 or anything like that. And like I said, for these type of cards, I consider like a true parallel like this to be true rookie card. So I'm just going to keep this one in my PC. Pretty cool. Gold paper. Here's a nice one. Probably a low pop card, the retro rookie insert for Leon Draisaitl out of 2014. So getting plenty of PSA 10s. I think, pretty sure I got like 85 PSA 10s or something out of the 200 cards. And when you consider these are like not easy cards to get 10s on, these are like OPG Platinum. So it's not just a bunch of pack fresh young guns. So I feel like I did about as well as I could have done with the grading. So very thankful for that. Aho, sick player. Like now I have like all the star players in like PSA 10 almost. So that's nice. This is a player I like. I was kind of bullish on him in Seattle. I was thinking he would have a big year, but he's been kind of off to a slower start, but I think he's been kind of unlucky too. So I'm always playing him on DraftKings, and he'll have like 5 or 6 shots a game, and he doesn't score. So he had like a 2% shooting percentage last time I looked. But Bjorkstrand and the 2016 seismic golds are great looking cards. And here's another PSA 10. So we just really crushed it with these seismic golds. Alex DeBrincat, rookie. Sick card. These golds, I've had these for like a couple years, I swear, at this point. Just waiting to grade them at a reasonable service level. And yeah, another beauty here. Star young player, Andrei Svechnikov. 45 out of 50. He was a really good prospect. I'm not sure actually how he's been in Toronto so far. I haven't followed it, but I feel like he's injured or something right now, but I'm not sure. But yeah, we got a 9 on this. I was hoping to get a 10 and then have him get off to a hot start or something and sell it. Here's one I was kind of sad about, getting a 9. Like a lot of those you just saw got 10s. Ekblad is like a player. I really like the first overall picks. I feel like they're just extra collectible. This Panthers team is just a really awesome team, so I kind of I don't root for them, but like if they won a cup, I think that would be, I wouldn't be mad about it, that's for sure. So nice team. I like Ekblad, superstar defenseman there. So got his gold rookie. Here's a card I pulled myself, and this was like a sure 10. I think I put this card at like the actual back of this order, like one of the last cards for them to grade, because you're not going to find an OPG Platinum card as good as the condition of this one. And I was thinking about it. I pulled this, and it's a rookie seismic gold with the first name Connor, and it's perfect condition. So I literally had a 50-50 odds of pulling McDavid, if you think of it that way. But of course I pulled freaking Connor Hellebuck, who's actually like a really good player. So yeah, I got a 10 on that. Beautiful card. Yeah, I grouped all the golds together, so just kind of an overload of them. Got the 10 on the Darnell Nurse. Cool card. I would have rathered the Ekblad get a 10, but here's another 10. Sam Bennett. Pretty hyped prospect there for a while, and then really disappointing like 4 or 5 years it felt like in Calgary, but he's been solid on Florida, but definitely he kind of hasn't lived up to his hype, because he was I feel like he was supposed to be a lot better than what he has been. Oh, here's a bad grade. We got an 8 on this Klingberg. So out of all the ones to get an 8 on, this has to have been the best one, because Klingberg probably the least house value, name value player out of anyone here. So take it. Here's a Jack Hughes that we got a 10 on, the retro. And another seismic gold, another 10, Kyle Connor. Next box, fresh stack of cards here. This first one is a Platinum Preview Cosmic McDavid PSA 10. We got the Red Prism Pedersen. This one pulled the 9. So I think I have most of these. I don't think I have all of them, but yeah, just trying to get them all. Here's a White Ice McKinnon. 9 is not the best grade for that card. I will say there's some pretty big cards in here that we haven't got to, and this is another order where I had 0 upcharges. So there's like a couple cards in here that are worth a couple $1,000, and I think the declared value for this is like $200 per card. So it's just a reminder, like if you're sending PSA rare hockey cards, they don't know what the cards are. Like they don't know to upcharge certain cards. So you don't want to bother spending like $150 for them to grade a card when you can just literally get it graded for $15, unless you really care about like the declared value and all that, like if you want it all insured on the way back. But just throwing that out there. Here's a PSA 10 Arctic Freeze. I think I had like 3 of these or something, and they all got 10s. sick card here. The blue cubes in 2014 are just really nice looking. I don't know why they didn't stick with this parallel. Like, this is a great parallel. Looks great. Blue is like a key color, like in a shiny chrome set. So kind of weird that they discontinued that one. I feel like everyone would have liked it, but yeah, I like it a lot more than the Arctic Freeze that they've replaced it with. Here's a retro gold Fiala. Getting just a ton of 10s. Like, I did way better than I was expecting in this. In terms of gem rate. Arctic Freeze. Like, I don't know how you can... Like, this is a nice card. It's rainbowy. It's really nice, but, like, I feel like the blue cubes just has to be nicer. Like, I don't know why they would get rid of the blue cubes, but... Anyways, this is a really, really cool card as well. They also have the pond hockeys, like, yeah, this one right here. Perfect timing, but these kind of just look the same to me. Like the freeze, the ice, frozen ice effect, and then they have these pond hockeys. Like, they just look similar, so I'd rather if they just kept the blue cubes. And there's the third Arctic Freeze. Got all 10s on those, so those graded really well. Here's an ultra low end one that this is like definitely not worth a card worth getting graded unless you know it would be a 10. But yeah, I figured at how small the price was, it was just worth throwing in cards like this. So that's a nice one. Oh, this one graded really rough. I think this was the lowest grade in this order. The actual like real version of these cards, the 96 game jerseys, they are like very condition sensitive. These modern ones, I actually don't like them very much because they're completely different. Like, they look like the same design, but the card stock, like everything about them, is completely different than the original ones. So yeah, I got a 6. Pretty cool card, I guess. Not a huge fan of those. Alright, I bet you didn't think there'd be any Elvis cards in this order, but you would be mistaken. Game used. We got some game used Elvis leather jacket. How sick is that? So this is from that American Pie 2001 top set, which I think is a cool set. Got the Kurt Cobain out of this, so I actually have 3 of these, believe it or not. So that one got a 7, this one got an 8, and this one got a 6. I wonder how much, I don't know how much grade matters on a Elvis game used leather jacket memorabilia cards, but anyways, got those graded. Figured those would be low pop, unique cards to throw up on the eBay store. Alright, continuing on, next box. Bunch of thick slabs in this box. Got a PSA 10 SB game used. So that's the 2019, first 10 in this order for that card, so that's awesome. This was a nice one, the 2018. For some reason I don't see this one for sale as often. They're obviously all out of 97, so same rarity, but PSA 10 on that. Another PSA 10. That one has a 97 on the serial number, so I'll have to charge an extra $500 for that one. Okay, this one's a PSA 9 and it's got 98, so this one is trash compared to the other one. Got one of these, PSA 10. Still not sure if I like that they started making these shiny. I kind of think, yeah, actually I don't like it. Like, they should have just stuck with this clean, kind of boring design, but really rare with the serial number. I like that. But, I mean, there's already so many shiny cards in the hobby. Not every card needs to be a shiny card, but we'll see if they stick with that or not, or if it's just like a one-year thing. I actually pulled the Krill Kaprizov, and I was so confused. I thought it was like a parallel, because I wasn't expecting it to be shiny. 90 of 97, that's the Mint 9. I like Upper Deck Game Jersey. They actually didn't put them in this year's Series 1, so maybe they're done with this brand, but they did this brand since 1996, so it's been long running. This is McDavid's first one from 2016. So a game used jersey piece in that, pretty cool. Thick card, so it wasn't ever really going to get a good grade. 7 does not bother me at all. This one in 7 It is a thick card and it's black border. So a 7 wouldn't really bother me either. But yeah, I actually submitted this because I thought this was a true rookie. After doing more research, I realized it's just like a subset. It's not a true rookie card. Because Upper Deck Black, there actually wasn't a black product. It was inserted into SPX. So I didn't realize that. I thought this was like a true rookie card for Pettersson. It's still a pretty nice card. So I'll probably move that one. And here's a nice one. I think this one of those cards I just got for like a lot, like really cheap given how cool it is. It's out of 15 with a game used patch on it. Figured for how cheap the bulk rate was, it was worth grading, and I'll probably sell it. But yeah, nice game used card there for someone. Here's a nice card I kind of just bought because I like the aesthetics of it, and it actually graded a 10, and this is a thick card, so I do remember that this card looked pretty much perfect, so I expected at least a 9, but 10 is awesome. I like the 3-color swatch on it. It's limited to 99. It's pretty cool. These Artifacts dual jerseys, they've done those for a long time now in that set, so those are some of the cards I like to collect. And another PSA 10. So I'm kind of going to try and keep a PSA 10 for one of each year, and then probably move the duplicates. Be my plan for that. But yeah, I like the SB Game used cards. I think they're cool. Alright, continuing on, I'm officially halfway through. They sent me 2 huge boxes, and that was the first box, and there was one card in this whole order that didn't get graded. And that was my bad because I forgot that this year is technically too old to grade without using PSA DNA. This is Joe Thornton's first SB Authentic Auto from the Sign of the Times subset. So yeah, you need to use PSA DNA, I think, for like 1998 or older, or 1997 or older, I think. So, my bad. It was not really that valuable of a card, probably not even worth grading, but either way, everything else got graded, so that was nice. Got a 9 here on the Panarin Seismic Gold Rookie. He's having a decent year, at least he was off to a really hot start. Okay, here's a 10, so I did get a few 10s out of this. I remember I was in the order, it was like 10, 10, 10, 10, and then it was like 9, 9, 9, 8, 9, 9, 8. Like, I think they just gave me a few 10s, and then they saw how many I sent, and they're like, fuck this guy, let's give him a bunch of 8s and 9s, so he doesn't waste our time grading like $4 Pettersson rookie cards. Yeah, PSA 10 Clayton color. This was a really cool hit, actually. This is super rare, and it got a PSA 10. You don't see these shields pop up often. I think, like, I don't know, the print run on these is probably less than 15 or something, because I've been looking for the Pettersson one for a while. There's one on eBay, but the guy's asking way too much for it. Kind of annoying, because I messaged him and told him like the actual value, because there was comps on it for like, I don't know, 200, 150, something like that, and I offered him 200, and he's like, I can't sell it because I bought it for 300. I was like, okay, well, it's irrelevant what you paid for it. It's sunk cost fallacy. So yeah, he refused to sell it just because he bought it for too much, so that was annoying, but I didn't want to overpay for it. But got this card. I even offered to trade this card for the Pettersson shield back when this was raw, and this has to be way more valuable. Like a McDavid third-year card has to be more valuable than a Pettersson rookie card. So I feel like that was more than a fair trade offer, but yeah. People usually don't like doing fair trades with me. They usually just want to like completely bend me over in trades. I've noticed that. So anyways, retro blue, Nathan McKinnon, that got a 10. I like that card a lot. I like that design a lot. Did this get a 10? No, this got a 9. Yeah, this one was off-centered. Seismic pink, I think these are cool. It's for the retros only that they do these, but yeah, just nice looking. Here's a Johnny Gaudreau. I tried to sell this for like a lot because I figured he wasn't signing with Calgary. There was like a comp of one for like $400 or something, or $350, and I tried to like sell this based off of that, but now it's probably worth like $100. So yeah, that was one of the obvious market timing things where it's like, okay, Gaudreau's cards will never be worth that much ever again if he goes to like some random team like Columbus. But even if he went to like New York, his cards would just, they would have dropped. It's just kind of the way it seems to go when someone leaves the team that drafts them, unless they're like a star player, like the best player in the league or something. Their cards usually go down. Here's a gold McDavid. Yeah, right. I wish. But yeah, Pedersen. Mint 9. Okay, here's a funny card. This is one of those like staging cards that I threw in the order. Is this the one? Yeah. You see the back, how like messed up that is? I did that. I'm not even going to say how, but I'm an idiot. Let's just put it that way. So I damaged this, but I had 2 of these. Oh, the other one's not here. But yeah, the other one got a 10. So it all worked out perfectly. I'm like, you know what? I made this one in horrible condition by accident. I'm going to send it in and prop it. They'll give this a bad grade, and then they'll see the other one, and they'll have to think the other one's perfect compared to this. So it actually worked out perfectly. I was just playing 3D chess there. PSA didn't even know. An 8. 8 is like brutal on these platinums. I thought these were like pretty good. I don't know what I missed. Like I said, maybe they just got bored of looking at the same card. Because I did send them like a bunch of these. Another 8. Wow, I got brutalized on those. Next stack. Got another SB game used. This is the 2017. I think there was one of these in this order already. Not sure, but nice card there. 3rd year McDavid. Yeah, I remember saying 3rd year McDavid, so I think I already had one of those. This is a cool one. 1999 UD game jersey. But I think this was actually like 98-99 or something. So I'm pretty sure this was a playing years card. But sometimes they label it weird. I could be wrong. Maybe this is 99-2000. If it was, this would be just 1 year after he retired. Yeah. This is a nice one. A 9 is a good grade. I thought this actually was even a chance for a 10. It was really clean. So, game worn jersey of the GOAT. Can't go wrong with that. It's playing years, or at least like very close to his playing years. So, awesome card there. Here's one of these. I got a 9 in my order that I posted yesterday. Would have been nice to get a 10. I had 2 copies of this, so both got 9s. So, we'll deal with it. This one they labeled correctly. They labeled 2020 on the other one, so here's a card I've had for a while, and I actually didn't appreciate how rare this card was. It's got a 9, unfortunately. I was really hoping for 10 on this, because I got this graded once before, and it got a 9, but that was way back when they were grading way tougher, so I thought this would have had a good chance to get the 10. I think it looked good, too, when I had it out raw. Don't remember anything glaringly wrong with it. But yeah, these were like, they're not numbered obviously, but they had like different groups of like how tough these were to pull. And I feel like this Pedersen, this is probably printed like to 15 or 20 or something. Like you don't really see these. If you look on the pop report, there's like the same amount of these graded as like the Emerald Surge and like some other really rare ones. So yeah, this is actually kind of a bigger card. I didn't know that. And I got this in a lot with like the red prism, the gold, and a base, I think. And this was like just a throw-in to me. I was like, okay, that's cool. I got the Violet Pixels. But yeah, the Kirill Kaprizov one is like super rare from this year's. Like it's like the pack odds on it were like crazy. So I didn't really realize that about the Violet Pixels. So yeah, I have like a new appreciation for this card. Fortunately though, it looks like there's like a scuff on the inside of the slab. That kind of sucks. Yeah, right there. That's on the slab, but I think it's on the inside because it won't come off. Yeah, I might try to regrade this one because it's I think a pop 0 in PSA 10. All right, here's one I knew would get a bad grade. I massively overpaid for this card. This was, I think, the first Cosmic McDavid that ever sold on eBay, and like people were putting them up for high prices, and I was buying it on like release day, which is a huge donkey move. You shouldn't do that. But I didn't notice these weird little dots on the edge of it when I bought it, and then yeah, when I saw those, I was like, oh, this is gonna grade like an 8, and did get an 8. The only redeeming grace of this card is it's the number 1 of 65, so the first ever McDavid Cosmic printed. So I like that part of it, but it would have been nice to get a 9. I still want a 10 for this card. I've owned several copies and cannot seem to get a PSA 10. All right, so I referenced the Kurt Cobain card earlier with the Elvis. So this is the same set, and this is a pop 1, none graded higher, only 1 graded lower, PSA 8, which is a one I had in my video from yesterday. So really happy one of these got a 9. Really, really cool card. So that is PC for sure. SB Game Used 9. Oh, here's a brutal grade. So I must have missed something on this card. I know they grade these 2015 Future Watches pretty tough. It's one of the reasons I'm too scared to snap my McDavid out of the 9.5 Beckett, because it looks perfect, really, like gem mint, but this looks really good too. I don't know how this ended up getting a 7, but probably some edge thing or some surface thing I missed, maybe. Damn, it looks clean. It does look clean, but this grader was very fair, so he definitely saw something. Like if it's those little white dots like on the edges, to me that's really harsh to make that a 7. Oh, maybe this corner's kind of messed up. Yeah, actually that corner is kind of messed. So yeah, 7's probably fair. This card is probably worth like $5. I only needed it for my Canuck Future Watch set, so I'll try to get a better grade. Here's one of the bigger cards I decided to throw in here on a regrade attempt. I had this in a PSA 9 already. Yeah, sent this one back in a long time ago. They graded kind of tough in that order overall, so I thought this would actually have a bit of a shot at a 10. I think the surface just maybe something on it or something like that, but came back a 9 again, so that was fine. I think it was worth the gamble. Probably be quite a large value difference if I got a 10 on this. But yeah, I really like the red prisms. So next up we got this card, Marks of Distinction, 2018 SP Authentic. The autos are always messed up on these. They're just all kind of weird. Like the pen kind of like is dotted or something. But it's a nice card, the hollow foil. It's like out of 25, so it's just a rare rookie year auto for Pedersen. Here's a card I was also expecting like a 9 on, and it came back a 7. So I know this is like a tough card to grade with the black border and everything, but I really thought this was a clean copy, but I guess I don't know what I'm looking at. So got a 7 on the Julio Contenders. That's too bad. I probably would have kept it if it was a 9. So 2015 PSA 10 McDavid. Can't go wrong with that. This is probably one of his lower end cards out there for his rookie year, but definitely there'll be people looking to collect this type of card. So it's not for me. I'm going to sell it, but I'm happy to get that grade there. And here's one of the cards I was very excited when I saw PSA 10 on. This is the 98 OPG Chrome Pavel Bure Season's Best, and we pulled the 10. This was a PSA 1 or PSA 10 Pop 1 before this one. My other copy, which was in yesterday's video, got a PSA 9. So got the 10, so now I'm going to sell the 9 and have this sick Bure for my PC. And if you probably noticed, the background here is all Bure, so might as well throw that one back there. Awesome card. I really like that one. Super colorful. Okay, here's one that it was a regrade. I knew they brutalized this one when it got a PSA 8. And I was like, okay, this card's just not an 8. It's just it's easily a 9. So sent it back in and got the 9. So that's awesome. Have every McDavid seismic gold, and now this was the only one that was an 8. So it kind of bugged me, and I completely disagreed with the grade that it got. So got a proper grade on that one. Awesome card there. Another one of these. Alright, I had to pause the recording because my camera filled up again. This video is taking so long. But yeah, this is one that I had previously graded as PSA 9. I sent in an order from a couple years ago at this point. I bought it as a BGS 9.5, and I just remember kind of expecting this to get a 10 when I first resubbed it, and it got a 9. So I figured, yeah, let's snap it out, send it back, see if they're grading a little softer, and they were this time. And I remember there was nothing wrong with this card, so I think this is the grade that it deserved. So yeah, this is a pretty big card. I think it's like a Pop 11, but yeah, pretty nice. I think I just sold my Black Ice recently. I'm probably going to sell this. I kind of prefer the color ones more. Like, to me, I just think the red prism's a lot nicer, just when you get the color on it. But this is obviously a super nice looking card too, and being PSA 10, definitely a big card, so I'd imagine this is worth a couple $1,000s. The Black Ice PSA 9 just sold on my eBay for $2,300, so don't know what this is worth, but I'm probably gonna test the market with a with an auction, so we'll see. But yeah, that was the biggest hit in this order, I think, in terms of value. This was a surprising one. PSA 9 on this. I thought, like, look at this print line. Is that print line near a skate? I think that, whatever that is, that's on the actual, that's like on the inside of the case. But I really expected an 8 on this. I think because of that print line, I think the centering wasn't, I mean, centering's actually not that bad. Maybe it was only that print line, so they just gave it a 9. But yeah, that's a nice grade. Joe Sakic Gold Refractor. It's funny, I have an 8 that like looks better because that print line is noticeable to me. So I think they kind of overgraded that one, but sweet card regardless. This next card is really nice. 90s guys love this set, the Z Team, 1995. There's a few Z teams, so hopefully this is the 95. I don't know, it's hard to read it, but I think there's a couple Z teams. I remember when I was filling out the PSA form, I was struggling to figure out which one this was, but I just think it's a nice looking insert. I actually prefer beret cards with the Orca jersey, as you can probably tell in the background, which it probably makes me a massive outlier, because I think almost all the beret guys prefer the skate jersey, but that's just the jersey I remember watching when I was growing up, so that's why I like it more, even though berets, like, iconic moments were more in this jersey. But yeah, got a 9 on this, and I think I was kind of surprised by this grade too. I thought I remember there being this card having some issues, but maybe they were smaller than what I remember. So yeah, got a 9. That's a pretty sweet card there. Okay, that last box was probably the best one so far, but let's continue on. This is a fresh box now. Purple Spectrum. So I have the 1 of 1 of this, so I think that's why I sent this in, just try and get the full rainbow. These are numbered to like 199 or something. Yeah, not a PMG though. I like that. That's like, they have a parallel, so that's cool, but the PMGs will say precious metal gems up there on the left. So I think that was a good way to do it, so they didn't end up like printing just like 1,000 PMGs, but they could still make some other parallels to put in the product for chase cards. I think that was a smart move. Here's the 98 Retro, PSA 7. And here is a PMG. This is the red, which got a very PMG-like grade with the PSA 6, which I kind of like, actually. Oh wow, what the hell? No wonder this got a 6. That, was it really like that? It's like a printing defect or something? I didn't notice that. I didn't really look at this card that closely though, because I had the green, so once you have the green, like the red, it's just like kind of become a snob. But ooh, there's a nice low serial number too. That's cool, because the top 10 are greens, so if you had like number 11, that would be the lowest numbered red possible. But yeah, we got the 6th grade, which I think is definitely deserving, because that looks really weird. It's like it's not like an indent, it's like a printing error. So I think if that was an indent, this would get like a 3 or 4, but it looks like an indent, but it actually isn't. Interesting. I don't actually remember that, but I don't know. I'm not going to assume they damaged a card or something, but because I definitely didn't pay much attention to that card. It was just sitting, box raw for like a long time. Here's a Peter Angelo All-Star Green. I might have pulled this card. Got an 8. Pretty cool card there. See what number that one is. 5. Here's another one of these. Got an 8. So here's the PMG version. And like I said, just got the precious metal gems text up in the left, which is just awesome. I love the way that, for some reason, that font just looks really cool. I think this PMG design is so good. Like, they just did such a good job on this one, and people just simp super hard for the retro. The retro is nice and everything, but like, it's the retro, it's a throwback. This is like the true card, and I think they just completely crushed it with these designs. So really happy that I have the 1 of 1, and probably the whole rainbow now, because let's see, I mean, out of the hobby box ones, that's the whole rainbow, because I have the green and the 1 of 1. There was like some blaster ones and stuff, which I don't know if I'll bother with those, because those are just kind of lame. Here's a nice one, Brady Tkachuk, that got an 8. So for guys like Tkachuk, this is like his first PMG. So it's not a rookie card, but it might as well be. Similar to like Pettersson, Rasmus Dahlin, Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes, Cale Makar. There's a bunch of really good players who their first PMGs are this card right here. or this set, the 2020. So I feel like the market wasn't really pricing them high enough because it's their first PMG. But if this was like 2018, they would spend a bunch. It would cost like triple or whatever, 4 times as much. But to me, it's the same thing. It's like, who really cares if a PMG is a rookie? If it's their first PMG, it's more important to me. Or it's the same as if it would be a rookie one. Here's a gold PSA 10 Pedersen. Awesome. Trying to collect all of these, so had a few of these raw, and wasn't going to grade this when it was $50 to grade a card, obviously, but for $18, sure, I'll take a stab at it, and got the nicest grade you could have got. This was a sick hit. I remember having this one raw for quite a while, and like the bottom edges are always like messed up, but look how clean that one is. So I was just praying I got a fair grader who didn't just dock something else on the card because I thought it looked fine. Perfect auto, so that's like as good of a Horvat Future Watch as you're gonna find. Beauty. So I sold Besser and Quinn Hughes this Future Watch, but that's fine. I'll buy those back, and I'll probably be able to buy them back cheaper than what I sold them for eventually, because those are the cards that tend to go down. The kind of guys who are like hot rookies, but then a few years later people don't care because there's even more modern hot rookies out there to collect. This is a sick card. This is the first ever Future Watch. Literally 2001 SB Athletics was the first year that had Future Watch autos. Sorry, not first Future Watch auto. And there was only like 4 or 5 of them, or 6, or some small amount. But the very first one on the checklist is Ilya Kovalchuk, card number 175. So got a bit of a piece of hockey history here, or hockey card history. And better yet, look at this, number 11 serial out of 900. I'm super into these low serials recently. So yeah, it was one of the first 11 ever Future Watch autos, and it's sitting right here in this room. I just think that's awesome. And the fact that it was Kovalchuk, this could have so easily been some random guy. Like, there were so many bad players from the early 2000s, like horrible rookies that you've never heard of in your life. So Kovalchuk was a stud. Auto wasn't perfect on this one. Probably would have got like a 9 auto or something, but sick card. Really happy with a 9 because I don't think I expected a 10. I think there was a little bit of small issues with it. So that, I don't know, I'm not collecting Future Watches, but like that, to me, that's a big card, and it's probably not that much. This one, second time getting PSA 9. This would have been a big hit if I got the 10. Try it again. This one has like a tiny little surface thing somewhere. It's not like whatever you're seeing on the glare looked kind of bad, but that is, I don't know. I think that's the inside of the plastic. It's like kind of smudged, but yeah, there's like a tiny little thing near his pads there. Otherwise it should be a 10. I've tried twice, both times got a 9, so I might just settle for the 9. This card would just sell. It's funny because it's like you cannot tell the difference. If I hit the label and showed you a 10 in this card, like they look identical, but the market value is just crazy. It's like double. But I understand it because I like to collect PSA 10s myself, so I'm definitely guilty of paying inflated prices for a grade. Technically you shouldn't do it. You should just pay for the card, not the grade, but sometimes you gotta have the grade. This one is a cool second year base card for Pedersen. Not a base card, sorry, a rare parallel of a base card. The black. This was not an auto. Kind of a weird design, just big black bar there. Kind of looks like it should have an auto sitting there, but either way, there's probably like 7 of these or less, so I thought it was really cool, and I got it off ComC for $30 or something. So why not? There's another one of these Thorntons just randomly sitting there. So there's the third Cody Hodgson 10. So we're going to test the market and see the market value of this card, because I'm going to be selling 2 of them and keeping one of them. Curious if that card's worth anything. That's probably one that I shouldn't auction. Should just throw it for buy it now. Here's another one of these. I don't know if I'll keep both of these. Kind of want to, because I just don't think this will be worth that much, and it's just such a nice card that this one's definitely not one I'm going to auction, because it would just pain me for this to sell for like $100. So I'd much rather just keep it. This is the preview. Oh yeah, I forgot that got an 8. Yeah, the centering's off on that. I've seen cards with centering like that get 9s, but yeah, it's kind of off in both directions, a little bit top to bottom and left to right. Pretty sure there was no print line on this, so I think it was just the centering that gave it the grade. Wouldn't mind improving this one to a better copy. I have the 1/1 gold I have in a PSA 9, so I'd kind of like to get everything in a 9 or better if I can do it, but still worth grading. And then we got 2 of these, so 3 of these total in this order. Second year PSA 10 Pedersons. I think actually what I'll do with cards like this, I'll just keep them for like trade bait. If someone else has some rare Pedersen Platinum cards that I don't have, then I can try and trade those. But yeah, that's the end of that stack. Okay guys, 3 boxes remain. We still have some big cards in this order, and here's one of them right here. This would be a monster in a PSA 10, but look at that centering. Like, to me, this centering's just as bad as that Pedersen Emerald Surge that got a 9, or sorry, that got an 8. Happy this got a 9 though, because I probably will move it. Pasternak's a total beast. First every year Platinum. Yeah, this is one I'm not sure the value on it. Definitely should be worth a good amount, in my mind at least. Here's a PSA 10 Eichel rookie. It's a nice low-end Eichel in a high grade. Here's a 9. Okay, this is, I mean, there's no way this is not the worst card in this order. How did I submit one bad enough to get a 7? Brutal. Yeah, so that'll be $10 buy it now or something on my page. And I honestly don't even think it's worth $10, but someone might buy it, not sure. Probably not doing a great job of selling it right now, but that's fine. Here's an 8. That's probably also worth like $10. Here's a 9. So these are like the super kind of questionable cards to even bother grading. Even for $18. If it's like $7, $8, $10 to grade, then that's fine, I think. Here's a player I really like, Bowen Byram. This guy was an absolute stud for the Vancouver Giants. And yeah, the Giants play at the Langley Event Center, which is literally like a 5-minute walk from my house. So I got to see him play a couple times, so I think he's a total beast. So I do like that card. I think this one was in pretty good shape. I thought I had a shot at a 10, but take the 9. So yeah, couldn't even get a 10 on any of these Panarins. Okay, here was a nice one, especially because look at that centering top to bottom. That's pretty questionable for a 10. I think that is absolutely as thin as you can get. Like, that is definitely pushing 60-40. It's probably just around 60-40, so kind of surprised that didn't get a 9 actually when we got the low serial number again. But yeah, that's nice. So now that gives me all of his seismic golds in PSA 10. Here's a Pedersen 10, so another one of those. Here's a Puljujarvi. This got a 10. Yeah, this guy, I don't think he's very good. I've watched a lot of Oilers games, just watching McDavid, and this guy just has hands of stone. He can't finish anything. So, yeah, he's got some skill, but it's definitely no finishing skill. All right, here we got a Crosby preview, PSA 9. Crosby's seismic golds just don't seem to sell for anything, so this card's probably not worth too much, but I don't know why. It's like gold with the Penguins. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Crosby has a lot of great cards, and OPG Platinum is like a set that came way past his rookie year, so kind of makes sense why his cards aren't worth as much. Here's a Quinn Hughes base card that got a 9 for second year. I was just grading this because, like, I was going to try and get the whole set. I think it's probably a card worth grading anyways. Hughes has lots of collectors. Here's a Red Prism Platinum, PSA 10 Pasta. So that's one of the bigger cards in this order, I would think. Really nice, sick color match there. Label color match, that is. Here's a, what I think is a cool card. Vincent Lecavalier, Future Watch out of 2000. Would have been really cool to get a 10 on this. I bought this off ComC for like a few dollars, so it definitely wasn't a perfect card, so we'll take the 9. But yeah, I think the first overall pick, really hyped up player back in the day. I just think it's a cool card of his. He's one of those guys with like fake rookie cards where it's like him in like a Team Canada jersey from a year before he was in the NHL. So to me, this is like an actual rookie. 1998, his rookie season. I think the 1997 cards or something are the ones that people were like buying back in the day, but this is much truer rookie in my opinion. That's just a cool card. So a couple cool future watches. I got that one, got the Thorntons, got the Ilya Kovalchuk. Here's a 1997 game jersey card. Looks like he spilled coffee or something on his jersey. Kind of messed up looking, but PSA 9 is a good grade on one of these. I have a bunch of the 97, but not sure if I'm going to put the set together because you have to get like 2 Patrick Waghs, a Joe Sakic, and people don't let those go cheap. Here's a Pettersson SB game used. So his base cards are kind of hard to come by because he's jersey number 40, so a lot less of them out there, but yeah, I'm going to try and collect all of those. This second to last stack, and you guys should see my floor right now. It's like hundreds of those like stupid PSA cardboard boxes just littered everywhere. Okay, this is weird. Why didn't they put the card number in the top right? Dang it, that's annoying because this card is like not worth much. Like it's card number 38, right? Obviously it is, so I don't know why they just forgot to put the card number like that. That's super bizarre. But yeah, I was shocked this got a 9. I don't know, maybe I was overly harsh on these gold refractors. I thought this and the Sakic were both going to get like 8s, but this is actually the jersey numbered one. But here's how weird I am. I would prefer to have the 1 out of 50. So if someone has the 1 out of 50 in mint condition, I would trade the jersey number for it. Yeah, jersey number, like I said, if the card's out of 50, it's just kind of random whether your player, it's literally like 50-50 odds whether your player even can have a jersey number in it. Whereas every card you can collect the lowest serial number. Like the 1 of 1s even, you can collect the serial number 1. So yeah, I'm not a fan of jersey cards, but I'm definitely not a fan of them missing the number. Like, what the hell are you doing? But, you know, 200 card order, mistakes are going to happen, but that's a really odd mistake. Okay, here's a super cool card. This is like the GOAT poker player, I guess. Like I play poker professionally for a living. Like this guy's actually kind of not that good, but he's won the most World Series bracelets and stuff. He's like an old school player, so yeah, if you follow poker, you definitely know who Phil Hellmuth is. Just explaining for people who don't. But yeah, this is like his first card, 2006 Razor Poker. I think this is like, I don't remember if this is like the true card or not. There might be a base card, but this is like the first true rookie auto sort of thing in the set. So I picked this up a while back and actually got a gem mint 10, which is pretty sick. So for like those cross sport collectors who just want like the GOAT players from every sport, like I feel like this card has some value to it for sure. I might even just keep that one. That was pretty cool. Here's a 9, 10, 10. These are the base ones, right? Yeah, and then here's a rainbow that got a 10. So that's a decent card. The rainbow 10s are definitely worth grading. The base are a little bit more questionable. There is a 10. Rainbow 10. There is a 1997 Leaf Gretzky Fire on Ice. Mint 9. Like I said, I think people do collect this set. There's only 16 players in the checklist, so get the Yzerman in this order. Okay, here was a nice hit for the PC. I had this one in a 9, and I was hoping this would get a gem, and it did. So really happy with that. Now I can just check this one off the list. Got another low serial number there. Yeah, got the red prism, color matching with the label, PSA 10, love it. Got another one of these rainbows. I already had one of these, so I'll just basically sell these ones. Here's a nice hit for my Canuck Future Watch PC. Let me just move that. Ryan Kessler. So I only had one of these, and it got gem mint 10. So he didn't have an auto, unfortunately, but still his first Future Watch card. His rookie SP Authentic card, so really, really cool. So we got the Horvat, had the Edler 10, Burrows 10, Kessler 10. So a lot of like the key Canuck players, at least through the era that I watched them, got their PSA 10, so I'm really happy about that. Well, this graded worse than I remember. Thought I remember this getting like an 8 or something, but yeah, this card wasn't in like great shape. It had some weird stuff on the edges or something like that. 7's actually a bit harsh. I feel like maybe it was something on the back. This grader was very fair, so I'm just going to assume if it's a 7 that it deserved a 7. But Sign of the Times 2, Pettersson Besser. I haven't really seen a copy of this card where the autos weren't a little bit messed up. Pettersson's is fine in this one, but Brock, like his pen was like bleeding all over the place. Like you can see it a little bit there in that loop. But this is actually one of the better autos. I've seen a bunch of ugly ones. I might look to upgrade this copy, but I really like the sign of the times 2. So now I got the Sedin one, got the Besser Pedersen, got Gretzky, McDavid, just kind of pairs of players that I think are like relevant, related to each other. I think it's cool to collect. Here's a Shinkarik. This got an 8. So like, yeah, they grade this 2015 set so tough because like this one looked pretty good too, but maybe it has a messed up corner like that, like the other one did. Looks like this card was like oversized too because they don't have the bottom on it. Like you can see here, the plastic's filled in, whereas that's empty. The only other card I've seen them do that with is that StarQuest Gold back there because it was like too big to fit in a one touch. Alright, so remember the PSA 7 that had the indented back where I was playing 3D chess by submitting it just so that they would give this one the 10, and yeah, I played them like a fiddle, got the PSA 10. People had this card on eBay for like $200. I just didn't want to pay it because you could buy it raw for like 20, so got the 10 on this, which is awesome. So now don't have to worry about that card anymore. And we got the Jake for 10, but we actually pulled a 10, so they will give a 10 to the 2015, so did get 110. Kind of rooting for Jake to turn it all around there. I feel bad for the kid. Like he got accused of some stuff, but he was found completely innocent in the court of law. And nowadays with like cancel culture, everyone just hates him anyways, even though he was found innocent. So I don't know. It's kind of brutal. Like he was trying to make a comeback on the Oilers. Like he wasn't very good in the preseason, but a lot of the comments and stuff on social media was just like really vicious towards him. So yeah, it'd be nice if he made a comeback, but yeah, I mean, he was definitely like one of the most disappointing prospects of all time for the Canucks. But yeah, first round pick, so definitely an important future watch auto there for my Canuck PC. We got one more box, I think. All right, very last stack of cards here. Here's one of the 9s. I did get a handful of 9s. The Thorntons, I sent them a bunch of these. This card was a decent hit. I kind of just tossed this one in, kind of a cheap Bure refractor. You can get for like 10, 15, 20 bucks on eBay. But this one gemmed out, so I don't really love this card. It was like an insert in like Bowman's Best, I guess. Or no, this was like in a different set, I think, and it was like an insert set within a different set. Something like that, but it's not a very rare card. You see these a decent amount, so it is a playing years refractor though, so that's cool. Here's a 9, another 9. I got a bunch of the 9s. Like I probably have like 30% of the total 9s on the pop report. But there is the Pop 1 PSA 10, which was sitting on eBay. The guy is asking a really reasonable price. I might buy that one. We'll see. Artifact Svechnikov, dual jersey. Here's a nice one. So I sent them like one of these and get a 10, and meanwhile I cannot seem to get a 10 on the McDavid, but Cosmic Pedersen PSA 10, awesome. That's a sick looking card. Okay, actually this was probably it's either this or the White Ice McDavid. That's the biggest card in the order. That's cool that this was in one of the last boxes. I didn't know which cards were in which box. It just turned out that way. But yeah, this is a monster. PSA 10, OPG Platinum, Draisaitl, and this is one that I graded before and it got a 9. But I just know like certain cards could get 10s. Like there's just nothing really wrong with it. So I knew this one had a chance if I regraded it, and I eventually just decided to snap it and paid off big time. That's probably a pretty valuable card. I mean, this guy is a total beast. He's going to be overshadowed by McDavid, but he's legit. He is definitely not just being carried by McDavid. Like Draisaitl is crazy skilled. We got another one of these Pedersens. We went 2 for 2 getting PSA 10s on the Pedersen Cosmic, so that's cool. And we snagged the 10 on this McKinnon as well. Awesome card. I think this is another card I just way overpaid for, but hey, got a 10 on it, so I'll probably get my money back out of it. Here's a 10 Preview Cosmic. I had a few of those just because these were just like so cheap, like 8, 10 bucks I was picking some of these up for, so I bought a bunch. I think that was the only 10 I got. 4 of them total, I guess. A bunch of 9s and 110. Another, I don't know, this one got a 7. Yeah, those ones are usually in rough shape, those SP Authentic Thorntons. And then final card here is a PSA 10 to end it. Dual jersey, Elias Pettersson artifacts. So just like an insert. So I got this one in 10, and I got that green emerald parallel also an out of 10. Just a really nice aesthetic looking jersey card. So hopefully you guys liked the video. Definitely longest video I've done yet, but yeah, definitely some really cool cards in here. I think I did really good with the grades. I mean, couldn't have really asked for anything better. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.